everybody, and welcome back to OnlyLeedsBros for the Starting 11 show. Leeds United take on Aston Villa on Sunday, 2 o'clock kickoff at Ellen Road. And myself and Dylan are going to pick our Starting 11 for the game. There might be a couple of debates in here, and we'll see who wins the debate. And then at the outcome, then we'll see what our Starting 11 is. Then I'll be over to you guys in the comment section below to let us know your Starting 11 and who you think Daniel Farke should pick for the game. So let's get straight into it. Right, Dillo, let's go through it. We'll start off with the goalkeeper first. Obviously, Dylan, I'm going to go Lucas Perry. Any arguments or anything against that?
No, not really, but I do like Darlow. I will be honest with you. I'm picking Perry, but I just do like Darlow. I'm not too worried who does go on there, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think the two of them are great goalkeepers. Perry's obviously starting to get a bit more momentum and more game time, but I'll go with Perry.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think that's probably an obvious choice, even though we were playing, probably our better results and better performances coming with Kyle Darlow in nets. I don't think the bad performance of late have anything to do with Lucas Perry in goals. Yeah. Dylan, we'll go right back position. Who are you thinking?
I think it has to be Jayden Bogle, Darren. I think, we haven't seen enough of James, just no fault of his own. He's there for cover only. I just want Bogle to back up to his full speed, the attacking threat down the right hand side. He's been off a few games, so hopefully now after the international break, and hopefully if they all got to kick up the old backside, he's going to be at it. So I'm going to go with Bogle. What about you? Anything?
Yeah, no, I think Bogle's the obvious one. I don't think you're moving Bogle out there. I want to see him kind of get back to his best still, and obviously It is a step up to the Premier League from the Championship, but I still don't think we've even seen, the best of Jayden Bogle of what we've seen in the Championship. So he definitely needs to get them performances back on, and maybe if we see Dan James in there, you might see his game level up a little bit. So yeah, agreeance on that. Dylan, left back position, I'm going Gabby Goodmunson. It's the obvious one.
Yeah, I agree. I think it shouts for itself as well. I think Gabby's been, for me, probably the most consistent player, obviously apart from his goal at Fulham, but I think, you kind of have to, once it's not Jack Harrison there, the goal left back, that's all that matters. That, for me, so I'm going to go with Gabby. I agree with you.
Right, let's get into the centre-half positions, Dylan. I think the obvious one in the right centre-half position is Joe Rodon. I don't think there's any reason you'd be taking him out of there. What are you thinking?
I agree, 100% agree.
Yeah.
I think
he's nearly the first name in the team sheet.
The last line of defence, as you would say. He's the main man for me.
Yeah. Left centre half, Dylan, and this will be an interesting one. I think Pascal Struijk should come back in for this game, Dylan. Personally, I think a lot of our poor performances as of late has been when Yakubiol has been in there. So I'm not too sure if it has anything to do with it. I don't know. He doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. And at the moment, I'd rather Pascal Struijk in left centre half. What are you thinking?
It's hard because considering he hasn't been playing great and the price tag that's on him. We brought him in for a reason, or obviously to play games. And I have to agree with you. I think Struijk is the main one to pick for that. Just it gives you a bit more security. Yeah, his ball playing now sometimes isn't great, but here's Yakubi also. Like it's not giving me a reason to why I would pick Yakubi over Struijk at this time of moment. We go back a few games ago. Struijk, he wasn't at it. Wasn't completely at it. So you knew, right? Now it's time for rotation. And brought the rotation in, and he hasn't really improved it. So,
yeah, if anything, it's got worse, Dylan, isn't it?
Yes,
it's got worse
exactly.
The performance levels. Yeah.
So I have to agree. I think I'm going to go with Struijk.
Yeah. Right. Let's get into the midfield three then, Dylan. I think Ethan Ampadu is probably an obvious one in there. Captain of Leeds United's performance levels of late are definitely questionable. We need to see the best of Ethan Ampadu back in the Ethan Ampadu that started this season. That was kind of robust, loads of legs in there, getting about the pitch. And we need to see him back. But any arguments where captain should be dropped?
For performance reasons, yes, he should be. But because he's a captain and Farke's not going to do that, I'm not going to talk nonsense. So, at times I do think maybe, you put someone else in there, whether it's Gruev, whether it's Tanaka, whether it's STACH, wherever it may be. But I can't see him going out here. I wouldn't take him out of it, but I wouldn't be too annoyed at the fact if he was. But look, it's got to be based on injury. If he's injured, he obviously won't be playing. So I think that's the only way that you're going to get Ampadu out of this team, if he's injured or he's suspended. So, no, I agree. We'll put Ampadu in.
Yeah, I think so as well, Dylan. We'll go left centre midfield. I'm going to go Anton STACH, Dylan. Again, look, I watched his day in a life of him as well. He does seem like a lovely chap, and he still is settling into life here at Leeds. I think he has to start this game. I just want to see the best of him back, Dylan. I really do like the performances that we've seen against Wolves, and again at the start of the season. That midfield for me, Dylan, we spoke about it last night in the preview show. That's where I think the game is going to be won and lost, and we need to see the best of Anton STACH in there. We know that Villa midfield, again, we went through it last night. So, yeah, he starts for me.
We know that he can do it. We've seen it. We got back to his pre-season game, and then the games that he did do well in. He has it in the locker. A few injuries, obviously the hand injury as well. It's a confidence knock. But I think the rotation in midfield at the minute, with Longstaff coming in, with obviously Tanaka not being completely at the race as well, I think it kind of chooses for itself. STACH's just a big man in that midfield, and I think it's crucial to have him in there. I think that's the reason why we got him. Obviously, being 6 foot something, and then even from set pieces, I know he takes them when he needs to.
Yeah.
But I think, I have to agree, Darren. I think STACH,
yes,
he needs to be in there.
We go right. Looking for me, this is probably going to surprise a few because I really do like Sean Longstaff, but I want to see Tanaka start, Dylan. I do. I want to see him start again. We haven't seen a lot of him this season, particularly since that injury. And look, this is nothing against Sean Longstaff. I just want to see that rotation a little bit more, and I do think something has to change, and something has to give in that midfield because it hasn't been good enough over the last couple of performances. Now, will Fark do that? I don't think so. But personally, I want to see Tanaka back in there. I think he looks after the ball very well. He keeps it. Obviously, his physicality is in question in the Premier League, so he's one of them that retains the ball really well for Leeds United, and I do think that's going to be massive in the game tomorrow. So for me, Tanaka comes back in for this one again. It's nothing against Sean Longstaff. I would just like to see that midfield rotated a little bit more.
A part of me is saying I want Tanaka in, and then a part of me saying I want Longstaff in. I'll tell you why. I'll give you about reasons for you. One, simply just for rotation for Tanaka coming in. We know what he can bring to the team when he's at it. Longstaff breaks up play really well, and that could be crucial tomorrow in the midfield.
Yeah,
he's a great lad again in the tackles. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty or his legs dirty, if you want to say. So I'm gonna go with Longstaff there.
Yeah, it's fair. Look, I don't think I've kind of to argue against that. Yeah, look, I suppose, Dylan, like, you're kind of right. And when I look at it, Longstaff at home at Ellen Road has been really good. Away from home, I don't think he's been particularly good. I think you probably just edged this argument a little bit, to be honest with you. And I think I just have a soft spot for out Tanaka, and that we haven't seen.
I want to see Tanaka.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him late, but obviously it is one of them. Like, we can't pick both of them unless you're taking STACH out, and I don't think you're going to do that possibly. Does Fark do it? Does he do it? Like, who knows? But yeah, I think I'll probably have to concede this one to you. I do think it probably does have to be Sean Longstaff. But a part of me just really, I want to see Tanaka get back into this team and get back to his best and prove people wrong. We'll go move into the front three. We'll go left side first. I think it has to be OKAFOR, Dylan. As much as we've heard, obviously everyone is fit for this game. Daniel Fark told us in our press conference. I don't think he's going to put Willie Nanto in. But the way he spoke about it and trying to get back up to speed, and OKAFOR, again, I do think is still trying to build his confidence and, build his way into this lead. So we have seen glimpses of him. So we do think he starts on the left-hand side. We know the creativity he has when he does show it. Any arguments against that?
No, similar to the Longstaff and Tanaka. I want to see Nanto. That's the thing. I want rotation. I want a bit more boy from the left-hand side. OKAFOR is our main star, those quality player. You can see glimpses of it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know what video it was or watch along that myself and you done, and he was taken off again towards the tail end of the game, and you said it's simply down to whether it's fitness, whether it's just
hasn't got the 90 in his legs yet, I don't think.
So, and that's frustrating, being this far into the season. He's done his own pre-season with AC Milan. Obviously we've seen him in Dublin, so it's just getting a bit out of hand now and annoying me a little bit. That's the fact that he's not able for 90 minutes now. I know he did carry a knock. Exactly. But I think it speaks for itself. I have to agree with you. OKAFOR starts with me, but I want Willie Nanto.
Yeah. Right, let's go to the right-hand side of midfield, Dylan. Dylan, it's Dan James, and it's nothing against Brendan Aronson. Again, look, we all know the situation with Brendan Aronson. There's been plenty of conversations and plenty of debate about what he gives you. I just think Fark needs to change something, Dylan, going into this game. I think he has to roll the dice eventually. We've seen Dan James playing midweek against, who did he play against? Macedonia, I think they played against.
Yeah.
He scores the goal. Fantastic performance. I think he got 60, 65 minutes. I think you have to start him then. I think he has to start the game. We're missing like that little bit of pace, I think, going forward. We're very slow in transition. So maybe Dan James can offer that to us a little bit more, and we'll quite encourage us to get up the pitch a little bit more, and maybe go a little bit more direct to him as well and try and get him in behind. And again, it's nothing against Brendan Aronson. He's filled in that position as best as he possibly can with all the injuries we've had on the wing position. But Dylan, it's Dan James. I'd love to see Dan James back in.
Well, it's simply not putting a player in the right position. And I have to agree with you, Darren. And I'll be very annoyed and very surprised if DJ doesn't even get on in this game. And I'm not talking charity minutes here. He played unbelievable against North Macedonia the other day. For me, he starts. I have to agree. I can't disagree with you. And same thing, nothing against Brendan Aronson at all. It's simply, let's play players in the right positions as opposed to just chopping and changing and relying on Brendan Aronson. We've seen it before. We know he does the running. I'm not down that. You know, he can't score goals when he needs to. But Dan James, a one-to-one man. When there's a man in front of him, he'll go at him. He's not afraid. Aronson likes to cut in, holds onto it too much, you know, and then doesn't give the pass in time. And then, let's be honest with you, you could probably argue with the fact that Jayden Bogle, why his performances hasn't been great, because he's the type of player that he likes to get into the middle of the park or the overlap. So, for me, DJ starts.
Yeah. It's all kind of been fairly straightforward at the minute, Dylan. I think we're kind of in agreement. This one now, a little bit of debate, Dylan. The striker position, obviously, Lucas Meche came in for the not fully fit Calvert-Lewin against Forest, scored a cracking goal. I'm torn with this one, Dylan, and again, I still haven't fully made my mind up. Calvert-Lewin, I just want to get bodies in and around him a little bit more, and see what he can do, deliver decent crosses into the box and provide, and I think he will score goals. Another side of me as well, I think Lucas Meche probably warrants a start after the goal he scored against Nottingham Forest, but I'll let you go first because I haven't fully made my mind up, to be honest.
You've just said it for me, Darren. Really, I haven't hated Calvert-Lewin. I've just been frustrated that he hasn't been scoring goals or getting onto the end of them. And you know, you say it there about building players around them to knock it off or bring players into play. Pirro, for me, needs to get into this team. He needs to start utilising them.
So
championship goals.
Are you going Pirro?
No. I'm just saying to utilise Calvert-Lewin for me. That's what we need to do. But I'm gonna go with Meche. I think you know, put aside that the goal that he scored, it's building confidence in that player, knowing that I scored a goal here and the manager trusts me. But it also might put a bit of annoyance in Calvert-Lewin and Pirro's head. I need to improve here. If I score a goal, I could start. So it's all about mind games with the players. And let's just put it as it is. He scored a goal. So start him. He's the only one that's scoring goals for us, really, like as a striker. Yeah. So it's fair for me.
Yeah, fair point. Dylan, I kind of want to argue Calvert-Lewin. Like I think Calvert-Lewin should be the one for this game. I think against Aston Villa, because we're going to need him to try and hold up the ball. I know Meche does it. There was large parts against Forest where Meche was kind of ending up on the ground, and I don't think you would get that in Calvert-Lewin. He's physically a lot stronger. He's well able to occupy defenders as well, and I don't want to write Calvert-Lewin off, but then I can understand your way from it as well, as obviously Meche has got the goal, and you know, we haven't seen that from Calvert-Lewin, that, you know, that quality to put the ball in the back of the net, obviously just against Wolves. I think we're probably torn on this one. Like I want to see Calvert-Lewin, but I want to see our players get in amongst them, especially if we start Dan James, for him to be able to, you know, link up with Calvert-Lewin, get down the line, put decent crosses into the box. You probably get the best out of Calvert-Lewin there. But then also with you, as you know, what you said is starting Lucas Meche, you could get that out of Meche as well in this game.
I think Calvert-Lewin is the obvious one to go for, being just Calvert-Lewin and how well he brings players into play. But it's not necessarily that I want to see him scoring goals. It's very annoying when we have the ball and it's slowed right down and it's with Ampadu, Rodon or Stroud, whoever it may be, gets knocked back to Perry, he hoofs up the pitch, expects Calvert-Lewin to be Superman to take it down or do
no
something.
One around
and he does at times. Yeah. That's what's annoying. And it's not, I want Calvert-Lewin on the bench because of that. It's the players around them. They're just hitting and hoping sort of thing, expecting him to do everything by himself. And that's what's frustrating.
Yeah. Right, Dylan, look, I think I'm going to probably have to concede to you, because I think you have the part of Lucas Meche scored in the last game and he obviously gets the goal. And what you said, I think that kind of puts a little bit of pressure on Calvert-Lewin and Pirro to try and, keep trying to force their way into this team. And kind of what message that kind of send out to Metch as well if you bring Calvert-Lewin back in. So I'll probably just about concede that one to you, Dylan, just about by a smidge. So we'll run through myself and Dylan starting 11 this one. In goal, Lucas Perry, right back, Jaden Bogle, Joe Rodon and Pascal Strout comes back into this one for Leeds Bros. Left back, Gabby Goodmunson. The midfield three is Ampadu, Stack, and Longstaff, even though I want Tanaka in there. I can see that one to Dylan. The front three, left-hand side, Noah Okafor. Right side, Dan James. I think it's imperative. That's one change I really do want to see. And then up front, I'll let Dylan have it as well. Lucas Metch, just because he scored in the last game. Secretly, I would probably want Calvert-Lewin to start this one as well. Right, that is it for your starting 11 show. Now it's over to you guys in the comment section below to let us know whether you agree or disagree with myself and Dylan starting 11. We will be back tomorrow. We'll start probably about 1:30, 1:45 for our watch along as well for the Aston Villa game. So make sure you pop in for that. It's always a good bit of fun. So that's it from us, guys. Mind yourselves, mind each other. Catch you tomorrow.